Sickening bust in Michigan when feds walked in on what three Muslims had been secretly doing for months. The city of Dearborn, Michigan was once an all-American town, where American businesses thrived. But thanks to Obama's policies over the past 8 years, this small town has been transformed into something unrecognizable, earning the nickname Little Baghdad. Now the Muslim community of Michigan have found a sick new way to stick it to the American people, proving once again that they have no goal to assimilate into our society as peace-loving individuals. Immigrants from the Middle East are the highest number of immigrants currently invading America, and hordes of unvetted migrants continue to infest our country as they pose as war-ravaged refugees. As the Muslim population in Dearborn alone has doubled in just the past 5 years, now we have a huge issue on our hands, as these vermin are putting a massive strain on our welfare system. Many of these Muslim men migrate to the United States, listing multiple wives as dependents, not to mention the litter of children that each of their wives typically spawn. But our endless generosity is still not quite enough for these third-world country savages, as Michigan Muslims have just been busted in a huge welfare fraud ring. An amount that they stole from the American taxpayer will make you absolutely livid. Us Herald reported. Recently a Muslim food stamp crime ring was broken up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Three brothers Ahmad Khalil-Kiran, Jawad Khalil-Ahmad-Kiran, and Kader Khalil-Kiran have pleaded guilty to welfare fraud. The brothers ran the Middle Eastern market where they not only sold food, but also ran their crime ring. They plead guilty to fraud as a way to protect two other brothers that were also suspected of being involved with a scam that cost taxpayers $736,000 from EBT and $544,000 from WIC over the course of 9 years. Food stamps only allow recipients to purchase certain items with the cards. The brothers offered food stamp holders a lesser amount of cash than the food stamps were worth. They would in turn use the food stamps to buy the allowed items. They in effect stole over $1.2 million by doing this. Michigan has made it easy for people to gain access to their welfare programs, especially Muslims. They were the first state to offer their welfare forms in Arabic. Another kicker to the Michigan welfare system is that they allow Muslim men to claim up to 4 wives when filing for welfare. All they have to do is list them as extended family on the form. This makes it less important for Muslim immigrants to assimilate. Instead they can keep living their lives as a separate society when they move to places like Michigan. This raises two issues: welfare abuse and trying to fundamentally change a nation. How long until Michigan also allows Muslim immigrants to set up their own Sharia courts? One man named Brian, who did a recent documentary on Dearborn, Michigan, was completely outraged over what he witnessed, as he said all Muslim women were decked out in designer clothes while flaunting their expensive cars, all while living off the taxpayer's dime. When we're going grocery shopping, you see these young Arab ladies and girls with their kids getting out of Range Rovers using their EBT cards to get their groceries. They're in designer clothes, carrying Prada purses and pulling out their Medicaid cards for their healthcare. They're driving around $60,000 to $70,000 vehicles and living in $250,000 USD 300,000 homes, Brian said. Don't ever stop exposing the corruption going on, as Muslims are doing everything in their power to take down the United States by infiltrating us from within, while sucking us dry in the process. And with liberals constantly advocating to bring more of these degenerates into our country, this type of corruption and debauchery will just continue to occur, until we the American people finally rise up and say that enough is enough. Enough.